a lot of times our music don't be written out, so sometimes we gotta literally talk the part. Some people can learn like play a flam 5, then a right left, then go into a tap drag. But me personally, like, nah, you have to sing it like fa-e, fa-e, fa-e. So it's like, oh, that's a flam for sure, or and like, oh, you inverting it. Oh, okay, for sure. Like, it's a different type of language. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't understand that. But if I walk down the street, be like fa-e, Bergen be like, oh, fa-e, fa-e. Like he gonna understand. He gonna understand.
Nah, you got the chop, bro.
Somebody you trying to chop, bro?
Like, hey, bro, I got the sticks in the pocket.
For real.
Sticks in the car.
They gonna understand.
Yes, sir, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Let Me Hear You Roar M4 Podcast, y'all. Today we got the Gremlins. The Gremlins, man. We got the UAPB percussionist section leaders, y'all. We got the UAPB. We got the section leaders, y'all. We missing one of them. Shout out Jerome, but he could be here today. But hey, this is gonna be a fun one, y'all, for sure. Let's go right to left. Everybody introduce themselves.
My name is Josiah Tony. I'm a third year. I play Queens, and I'm a section leader since 2020. And yeah.
My name is Gregory McHenry. I'm the bass drum section leader, third year marcher, first year leader. Are we doing major or is that
It's up to you.
Major sound recording technology?
My name is Joshua Howard. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I'm a 2-year leader, 4-year marcher, majoring in music education.
My name is Derek Wallace. I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana. I'm biochemistry major, third year marcher, second year leader, and I'm the cymbal section leader.
I'm Brian Harris.
You
What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling? Y'all good?
Bro, chilling, man.
Appreciate y'all coming on.
It's gonna be.
So I guess how y'all feeling? How y'all feel about this last season? How y'all feel about last season? What? Goes up to you, a little summary, little
It was a
recap.
season, man.
I'll say it was great. Just thinking back about these past years, from how the Drumline used to be to how we are now, I think this was a great year. It's more like a turning point, where I can say, for the section, because we had a lot more material ran this year than we had in the past, and I think the Drumline gonna continue to elevate through these next couple years to come. So I enjoyed this year. I'm looking forward to new things.
Would you say that that's because of because of different type of methods of teaching, or is it like different levels of talent that's come in? What would you say? What's the result of that?
I think the overall drive of the Drumline changed. Once I got in the position of section leader, I had an idea of where I wanted to take the Drumline. From past section leaders that took over, like Wedlow, when he was over in 16 was a great year from the Drumline. Like, they were different. So I seen how he moved the Drumline when it comes to cadences and his idea, and I took it and transformed it into my own. And I coincide with my section leaders, fellow section leaders, and they helped me to help the Drumline get to where we need to be. And I think that's more so of the drive, and the talent part definitely played a huge part in how well we got.
So you mentioned about 2016. So I guess going back further, how do you guys deal with the, I guess we could say, for lack of a better word, just, I guess, I don't want to say backlash, because it's kind of like a horrible word, but I guess the differences, or just the like kind of thing. You got old heads like, say, oh, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. So what do y'all do in the face of things like that? Like, what's y'all's argument? Like, of course, it's a different day. Certain days you can't do back then. It's obvious. you know. But how do y'all face that on a daily basis?
Well, I know me personally, when stuff like that happens, I kind of just let them know. Like back then, I'm not trying to be rude to them, but they was playing tap drags back then. You know what I'm saying? Like tap drags and flam drags. Like nowadays, people playing hybrid rudiments like checha cheeses and flam fives, and you got to grid stuff now. Like it's a whole different world of drumming, and all they did back then was just a lot of speed. But now it's about speed and being able to play rudiments. That's just my take on it. I don't know how y'all feel about it.
Yeah, it's the same way. Yeah. Plus you take on challenges on it too.
Yeah.
I feel like something that people from the past sometimes don't understand is the way that things change over time. So you can't talk or treat people the same way that you would back then because they won't have the same reaction and they won't work the same. You have to figure out what works best for who you have in your section and try to warp what you need to do to fit them so that it can elevate them to go farther.
Result and output that you want, you know. It's still satisfactory to the traditions of what you've been used to putting out. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, I feel it's the same way with the arranging, because with the arranging, a lot of stuff back in the day, you know, if you look at just old stuff back then, you know, you could just do a simple, you know, 2-5-1 cadence. You know, just back then, that's all you need to do. But nowadays, you got, I'll say probably since 2014, that's when the level of arrangements kind of got to the next level. You can't just do a regular, you know, minor chord. Now you got to do some secondary dominance. You got to do some flat sevens. All this stuff now it's not acceptable now, because not necessarily that the level of the audience, not necessarily the level of the hearing the audience has gotten better, but it's just that, you know, the creativity has gotten better. Yeah. Creativity's gotten better, you know. It's just and what the creativity's gotten better, it's more acceptable to throw in, you know, just a random, sharp 9 chord in there, because it's, you know, just cause, you know, right? Just cause, you know, that's just kind of that's the way music develops. It's more subtle to put more jazzy stuff in there now, you know, more churchy stuff in there because it's more, you know, people are more acceptable to it. That's kind of how, like, you know, just kind of like almost like jazz, you know, and gospel music in general. It's like it was always that, you know, people kind of shied away from it because it was like, oh, it's you know, pop music. It's like, you know, that 4-5-1-2, you know, whatever, those simple chord progressions. But, you know, I think it's, you know, it gives me more of a challenge as well, so I can not only incorporate it away in my arrangements to be more, so it's seamless. So it's seamless. So it's like, oh, I see what you did there, but I like to sneak it in there. You know, like, you know, we was talking about some stuff I've written in the past, you know, I didn't even know that was in there, you know, but, you know, sometimes, you know, that's the day though. I don't want everybody to notice it all the time. You know, there's even more trying to teach it. Trying to teach to my student arrangers as well, so yeah. So I've seen I'll be on Instagram, you know. I'm only 28, so I'm not that old. I'm not that old, so I see a couple of band pages, you know, come up their own lists and stuff like that. You know, every time I see a list, I don't necessarily get too invested in it as much because, you know, people make their own lists, but it's just every time I see a bunch of lists, I always never see us in it, you know. Yeah. I always see another band in it, especially when I see percussion lists. I've never seen his music list in there. How does that make y'all feel? Y'all see those type of lists, or do I even pay attention to it?
I'm gonna be real, man. What they say on Family Guy? What really grinds your gears? The way people rank the drum lines, I understand in a sense. So I get where they're coming from, but I think a lot of times the reason why they rank it like that is because of the publicity that the drum lines get. A lot of these drum lines been playing the same stuff since, you know, Land Before Times. They've been playing the same stuff for forever, and there's nothing wrong with tradition, but sometimes you got to bring new stuff to the table, and when you do that, sometimes people, they're not willing to accept change and they don't understand it, so they be like, oh no, they fell off. they fell off, they not the same. When in actuality, it's ahead of the time. So then when the time actually comes, it's like, bro, that was kind of hard back then. So I don't know. It frustrates me sometimes because I do want the Drumline to get that publicity. I want people to actually look at the Drumline and be like,
but you want it to be genuine.
Yeah, not because of
chasing clout.
Yeah. I can't get with that. Like certain drum lines don't even be good. They be like regular pocket drum lines. And there's nothing wrong with pocket drum lines, but it don't give you something that sets you apart from other drum lines. And I really believe that UAPB's drum line is different. You have to be able to be very creative in your mind to make it. Because a lot of stuff that we put together and the different rudiments that we put together, you really got to be able to play, and you got to have quick hands. Okay. So that's how I feel about it.
Okay. So I'm gonna rewind back real quick. So I guess each of y'all, what made y'all want to come to UAPB to be a part of Drumline?
I guess I'll start with that. Really came from my high school band director. He came here. He marched here. Under Mr. Graham, he played saxophone. Jeremiah Furlow.
Okay.
So he instilled a lot of the same qualities that he learned here in us when he was teaching in my school. Like DPAC, for example, or the way that band camp is ran, it was almost the same. So when time came for me to pick a school, of course, everyone auditions to however many, but I just saw UAPB and I was like, that's where I have to go.
Okay, next. Who else got us?
Okay, I'll go. I'm not sure at first. Well, I can say I wasn't sure at first. Different schools came out to audition us, and I tried out for UAPB, and Mr. Fooster gave me that full ride tuition and everything, so that was cool. So after that, I started watching videos of UAPB's Drumline, and when I saw the 2016 bump session, that caught my attention immediately, and then the battle between UAPB and Lane, that was a good battle. I think that's the one that got me. I think they played BTS, and that was cold. Like that was raw, no cap. So that's what got me.
For me, it's kind of funny because before I came to UAPB, my senior year of high school, I had never heard of the school before, ever in my life. The school I went to, South Grand Prairie High School in Texas, it was a core band, like strictly core. It was a predominantly white school. I had done core band. I was actually a snare drum player. It was just a lot of stuff that was different. And I remember I was my friend, actually my mom's friend. His name is Tony Smith. He played drums here. I think he came here in 2004, I believe. But he played here, and he told my mom about the fact that I can get a scholarship to the school. So, it's cool to get a scholarship, but I looked into the majors, and this is actually, I believe, it's the only, from what I've seen, I think this is the only HBCU that offers sound recording technology as a major, or one of the few. So, the fact that I'll be getting a scholarship, and this is the only HBCU that offers my major, that's the reason that I chose this school.
So with me, I've been wanting to come to UAPB since 6th grade. Like since then, Then I always look up to the drum line. Like, I always want to be in the drum line so bad. So it really motivated me to push me to get to this point. And then I didn't even worry about the major minors. I don't know what classes I want to take, and I just want to be
can't hear the drum.
But as it comes to realization, it don't come like that. So I picked sound recording technology because I make beats and audio engineering too. So and also on that, what made me come to the band, I also offered a scholarship from this on the spot auditions. On this performance I had with Parker. Yeah, and then I heard about it, and we auditioned, and then Mr. Graham offered me a scholarship for me. So.
Shout out to them scholarships.
Yes. For real. What if you got money miles, boy?
I was so glad to get the scholarship.
Hey, don't feel bad about it, man. I wanted to come to UAB since I was probably about in the 8th grade as well. I just wanted to write for the band. It's a funny story because I remember I was at Palm Bluff High, and I was probably like ninth grade still. You know, I'm writing music, and I'm talking to my assistant band director, Tim Scott. I was writing this song. I was like, hey, you think you can play this? He was like, I don't know. I'm gonna send it to HUD. So he actually sent it to HUD. You know, and then the famous HUD quote. You know, if he said, oh, it's cute.
That's all I got.
Yes, I was always aspiration. It was always a goal for me to want to write for the band for a long time. You know, here I am in this position. So, yeah. And so, what's you say? Y'all SRT majors? What's y'all majors over here?
Music education.
Okay,
Biochemistry.
Biochemistry. What you trying to do with that?
Honestly, still trying to figure it out. I know what I want to do long term. You know, I want to create a pharmaceutical company that would actually make better medicine for people. You know, healthier medicine. Because sometimes the side effects be a lot worse than what you're giving the medicine for. So I want to, I want to create something to where people can live healthier lives, even if they have problems with them. But like short term, as far as what I want to do when I graduate, working on it.
That's cool. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a serious subject of people once they get to the end, get close to the end of the line. You know, it's like once you actually see that finish line, it's like, oh wow, I'm actually here. You know, people are sometimes never really prepared to what's after that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, that's something for me is. I was an SRT major as well. You know, I know I want to do some music for sure. There's some music regardless. But it's just so many things out there, so many possibilities that it's kind of hard to just grasp one thing. It's so hard. So, you know, and then you get to that. Once you cross that finish line, you walk across the stage, and now it's like, you know, there's no more classes, there's no more band practice, there's no more, you know, none of this. So it's like now you got so much time on your hands. It's like I don't know what to do all this time now. You know, so it can get kind of stressful. You know, kind of depressing sometimes, but. You know, I know we talked to Anthony Delasco on the last episode. He was saying just try to keep yourself. That's also another, some type of advice I give some folks. You know, try to just keep some short-term goals for yourself. You know, just some for a week. You know, get some for that week so you just keep yourself pushing. You know, so you don't just seem like you're always grasping for that big thing all the time. You know, just give something that's solid, that you know that you can acquire, something they can do every week, every 2 weeks, and just keep yourself pushing, keep your mind, keep your brain, the wheels turning, everything like that. So, yeah. I think anything else y'all want to talk about before we take a little break? No?
I'm pretty good, man. Shout out to my directors back at home, man. William Young, Derek Walker, and Alexander Riggins. Those are my guys, man. Cedar Hill High School. Check them boys out. They raw.
Any more shout outs?
Jerome Williams, tenor drum section leader.
Yes, sir. Shout out
to
to
my Lord and
bro.
Savior Jesus Christ.
Amen, brother.
Yes, sir.
Praise him.
All right, we're gonna do a quick little break. We're gonna have our game segment, Guess Who segment, new for this season. We're gonna move some furniture around right quick. We're gonna be right back with y'all. Yes, sir, y'all. Thanks for waiting for us. We have to move some furniture right quick over for this little quick game segment. So, like I said, we're gonna play Guess Who. Everybody remember the rules. Basically, we're gonna guess what the other band that the other team has, using yes or no questions type thing. Okay, y'all remember y'all bands?
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna flip a coin. We're gonna flip the phone. Heads or tails? Tails. Heads, my boy.
I guess you can go first then. All right.
Upgrade coming up anyways. I'm good.
Hey, I got it.
Does your band have the color red or maroon in it?
Yes. Does your band have the color gold in it?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Is your band in a SWAT?
Yes. Is your band in the SWAT?
No. Is your band in Alabama?
No.
Okay.
Is your band in Texas?
No. Is your band in Texas?
Yes.
Oh, we're gonna look at
Well, we get nope, cause that's down too.
no.
Okay,
Bruh.
you good?
What's up, bro?
Unless you gotta go farther on. So I think, all right, so, I don't know if I explained this part. So, if they guess what band y'all have, if they get it wrong, y'all win the round.
Oh, you didn't say that. That's spicy.
Somebody raise these back up.
Look, see, they only got one left, basically. So now either y'all can just go with the gusto, and just guess randomly. Y'all get it wrong. Y'all get it right, but they only have one left. So they more likely probably gonna,
What was they do?
So what y'all?
Does your band have blue in it?
Yes. So now it's back on my turn. Is your band Texas Southern University?
Yep.
W.
W, my boy.
Thank you.
Good
Thank you.
games. Good game. Good game.
Golf club.
All right, let's go ahead and
Golf clap.
let's put these back up.
Finger snaps. The hardest part of this game is putting these dang things.
Man, cause they be falling down.
You should have put some tape on these mugs or something.
Ooh, that might be a good idea.
See, look at me, innovative.
Bruh.
Yes, sir, dog.
Take 30 minutes to put the mug up. Oh, I feel golly.
Man, Drew, you almost had us.
Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
Gotta get, I don't know, man.
You gotta have speed.
Yeah. Good questions.
All right.
Okay. Remind me of video.
All right, winners can go first. Since
Y'all go
ahead.
first this time.
Oh, okay, we go first.
All right.
Is your band in the SWAT?
Yes.
Bet.
Does your band have the color gold in it? Is gold?
Yes.
Yeah, it does. Interesting.
Does your band have the color blue in it?
No. Is your band in the SWAC?
Yes.
Brother, you gotta start knocking it down.
Yeah, my bad, bro. Got the thinking.
No, for real. No, like, is your school in Louisiana?
Is it? I don't know.
I remember y'all band.
I remember the band, but I don't know where they located. They are not relevant.
That's another question.
I think I know the answer to that one. Man.
I'm sorry, bro.
But you can ask them another question if they don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Is your band in Texas?
No.
You said it got gold in it. Does it have the color blue in it?
No.
Okay.
Does your band have the color green in it?
No. Is your band in Alabama?
Yes. Does your band have maroon in it?
No. Is your mascot an insect?
Yes.
Oh.
Hey, so y'all can either basically y'all need to guess what band they got. Or they finna win.
Your last chance.
Well, Hail Mary, is your band Alcorn State?
No, sir.
Oh well.
Is your band Alabama State?
Yes.
Thank you.
Well,
W.
there we go with the little quick sweep. They got the best 2 out of 3 y'all. They had Miles College.
Boy.
Y'all had Alabama State. So best 2 out of 3. Y'all enjoyed that game?
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
Pretty
bro.
cool.
Mess with it.
All right, cool. All right, so we gonna move some furniture back around. Get for this last little segment. We gonna stay with us. We'll be right back. Yes, sir. Welcome back, y'all. We played that quick little game segment. Little Guess Who. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Now just a couple of wrap up questions. We gonna get to the nitty gritty. We're gonna get to the nitty gritty this time. So
Spicy.
So what would you guys say about the negative connotations about this particular percussion section? You know, as far as like like the crank stuff, like stuff in the past. How would you say, like, how is that stuff carried along all the way back from, in the past to now? The fact that has affected y'all as far as like what we talked about like section pledge and section stuff like that. How do you guys deal with that, with that negative talk, whilst being, in a percussion session, you're trying to, y'all just trying to do y'all. Like we said earlier, y'all trying to do y'all, and every time y'all turn around, it's like you get accused of this and that, So how do y'all deal with that?
I'll say something first. I feel like things happen in the past, and after a while, it becomes routine, and that routine turns into a tradition, and then after a while, people feel like that tradition needs to be carried out. But as the world changes, and as people grow, people's mindset change as well. So people don't realize that there's like it's like you get put into a bubble once things have been happening for a while, which is how, like, if you do things for a certain amount of time, you're going to be called that person. But it's a part of growth, realizing that it's not the same anymore. And I know me personally, me and my brothers in the section, we're trying our hardest to get away from that negative connotation. We're trying to get away from the stereotypes that come with being a part of an HBCU drumline, which is one of the main things is hazing, because that's just it deteriorates the growth of the music. So I think that's one of the main goals that we're trying to focus on right now.
Yeah, it's a hard thing trying to fight due to lack of knowledge. Like sometimes you can't do things the same way people did in the past, and it's more to drumming, and it's more to life than doing all the extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not needed in order to get somebody to be able to play the drum. And playing a drum is so much passion that gets played into it. If you really just relate to somebody on a one-on-one level, you're gonna get the result that you want, because they might be going through something and they need to express their emotion through the drum. And like stuff in the past, like people, like they do say like your actions will affect those that come after you. And that is so true. Like we are the ones that are going through the torment behind the people that did the things in the past. But right now, like I said earlier, we're trying to transform the drumline and turn it into a whole nother direction, to where it won't be looked at as something bad, and it's just the name of the section now, and we try to keep it like that.
Yeah, I think from my time being in the band, I feel like the whole crank situation, or at least it wasn't so much when I was in the band, but I know I heard stories about in the past that especially talking to older folks, older alumni especially, it just felt like sometimes that people try to used to make crank bigger than the band, and I feel like that's definitely where the issues lied, like with the director of Instagram, Evans Fuster. It's like, you can't be bigger than the band. You're part of the band, even though you do have the Golden Girls, you do have the Golden Silks, but it's kind of different. It's different. Even they are a part of the band. You're not gonna see the Golden Girls somewhere else doing something on their own. You're not gonna see the Silk doing something on their own. It's either all one. One band, one sound, all that. So you won't see the percussion section. You'll see the percussion section do their own thing sometimes. Yeah. Just because sometimes y'all can't live as y'all own entity sometimes. But y'all still represent the APB. Y'all still represent Fort. Right. Right. So y'all not gonna go, somewhere with a bunch of crank shirts, performing as UAPB percussion sections, right?
Mm-hmm. Bring wrong information.
So, anything else on that subject?
Yeah, I guess. As far as you asked how we deal with it, it's like, it's hard for us sometimes because we want to be able to build a relationship and a bond with our younger members, and sometimes we can't because of what has happened in the past. It's the whole stigma of once you become an upperclassman, this is all you're about. It's the past things, but we have to find new ways to be able to communicate with them and learn about who they are and where they come from, and literally just learn a whole different way to talk to them. Because it's harder doing that now because we sort of can't be as close as we want to. Because it's seen as a bad thing. If you're too close, you must be trying to pledge them. So it's like, it's not about that. It's just
about we in the same section,
bro. I guess on a lighter note. Greg, tell me what do you feel like? What's the mindset of being a percussionist? Like, what's like? How does that go? Everyday life. We kind of talked a little bit during the break or whatever. What's the mindset of going as being a percussionist? I guess that's the question.
The mindset of a percussionist. Well, I can't really speak on the whole mindset, but as far as how I feel about being a percussionist, I believe that being a percussionist is your life. Like, I know for me, playing my instrument, being a percussionist, because first of all, percussionists, we don't just play one thing. We can literally make an instrument out of anything in the world, and it'll make sounds, because the whole aspect of a percussion instrument is striking or hitting something. So if I do this, that's a percussion instrument, and I can play drums right now on this table. So being a percussionist is a part of life. In middle school, you took a pen on your table and you made a fire beat with your homies. You know what I'm saying? So. Or even tapping your leg or something like that. It is literally your body. It's an outward expression of an inner emotion. So therefore, I feel like that's what sets percussionists apart from somebody that plays any other instrument. Also, piano is a part of percussion, by the way. Just have to say that because it's
gotta strike.
You got to strike
the keys.
So yeah, it hits different, and not only does it hit different, but it feels different. And it makes you fall more in love with it. And there's a passion, there's a hunger, because there's so many great people before you that play percussion instruments, so many that did crazy amounts of things, and you're just trying to strive to get to that point. You want to be somewhat close to that. I know when I came here to this school, I was so trash at my instrument. I was so garbage. I didn't know nothing. I couldn't play.
Hey, I'm with you on that one.
It was bad. It was so bad. And a year and a half later, 2 years later, I'm the section leader. But it was because I saw people that were better than me, and I wanted to be like them. But not only that, they wanted me to be like them and better. So they pushed me. That's another thing about the percussion community. We see each other and we want each other to be as good or better than each other. There's no animosity, really, unless it's like friendly competition sometimes. But it's to help us all grow. So I can say that's the overall mindset of being a percussionist.
Yeah.
Anybody got to add on to that?
Man, when you're a percussionist, you got to realize everything you do in life is a rhythm. Like, everything. You walk in a rhythm. You talk with a rhythm. Your heart beats in a rhythm.
Yeah.
Like, when you're a percussionist, I feel like that's like one of the greatest things that you can be in life, because you can, like Greg said, you can turn anything into an instrument, anything. So it's just a different type of lifestyle. If you see a percussionist out here walking, you be like, man, dude, cool. Tell me, what you do, bro? I'll play drums. Like, yeah, you do like you play drums, cause it's a cool thing. Like, everybody can't do what we do as a percussionist, and like everybody can't do that. We literally learn our own cadences. We learn music. We make up our own cadences. Like, we do everything. We do a lot, and sometimes it goes unnoticed. But as percussionists, we understand that already. So a lot of times we ain't gotta say it. It's just like it's understood. So that's how I feel. Like, it's a percussionist mindset. Just be cool.
Okay. Anybody else trying to add something? Y'all cool? So going to that. So what songs y'all make? Y'all make your own cadences. You make parts for songs. You got like the marching cadences, stuff like that. So what's some of y'all favorite cadences?
Marching.
Marching, like,
I guess
I gotta say,
what's marching? Okay, marching cadences. What's favorite marching cadences?
Mercer.
Yes. It's just, I mean, it's because it's what the cymbals do. Like, when Mercer comes and we gotta jump and hit that spin.
You might want to sing the part for them, because they probably don't know the name of them, bro. It's talking about some Mercer. I ain't never heard that one.
Yeah.
That's a good one though. I mess with Mercer. I say my favorite marching cadence. I don't want. I'm gonna go with Crossman.
Yes. The only reason I said Mercer is because I didn't want to say Crossman.
You know what I'm saying? If they cross, I go with PB. All right, I'm gonna go with PB. You know what I'm saying? Snares. You know, you start that one off. You know, that one go hard. I mess with that one too.
I'm gonna say Crossman. My favorite is Crossman. That's my favorite, just because for the bass drum section, it's like it's really like a heartbeat for us. Like, it's a heartbeat for real. Like, you feel it in your chest when you play that rhythm. It's just something that just makes it hit different, and it's so much joy when you play it, especially because, like, I don't know, it's just it's a community thing, especially for bass drums. It's a swing to it. It's just a feeling.
Yeah.
It's an overall feeling. Like, you feel it in your chest when you play it, and it's amazing. So yeah, Crossman is mine.
Mine was Crossman too. Even though our part is simple, but we like the melody of the section. So
melody.
Yeah.
So what's that? Dance staircases. What's y'all favorite for that?
Mine's BTS.
BTS.
Yeah.
And the solo to it. Ooh.
That's hard.
I gotta go with Juice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with OTD Micro.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Look at that. Boom.
Talk about luck.
Man, that's hard.
I don't care what nobody say. My favorite is that eggs and grits. Eggs and grits is different, bro. For those of y'all that don't know what eggs and grits is, that's big meats. Yeah, I like eggs and grits. Yeah. If you don't know, ask somebody. They'll tell you the rest.
They don't know about that. They don't understand the percussion language sometimes.
Yeah, that eggs and grits is different. That's actually how we learn parts. Like, I know me, I learn different from a lot of people. I learned my parts through phrases, like words put together help me learn the parts. Like, the part is right, left. It was like, I like eggs and grits. That helped me learn it. Shout out to my boy Tony Beasley. Tony Beasley Jr.
Yeah, Tony.
Reverend Pastor.
Yeah, the percussion we learn differently because a lot of times our music don't be written out. So sometimes we gotta literally talk the parts. Some people can learn like play a flam 5, then a right left, then go into a tap drag. But me personally, like, nah, you have to sing it like fa-e, fa-e, fa-e. So it's like, oh, that's a flam for sure, or e, and like, oh, you inverting it. Oh, okay, for sure. Like, it's a different type of language. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't understand that. But if I walk down the street, be like fa-e, Bergen be like, oh, fa-e, like he gonna understand. He gonna understand.
Nah, you got the chop, bro.
Somebody you trying to chop, bro?
Like, hey, bro, I got the sticks in the pocket.
For real. Sticks in the car.
I'm always
They don't understand. percussion language, class 101.
First lesson. Button.
Skickaloom. Or that shot gloom boom. Everybody knows shot gloom boom. Everybody knows shot gloom.
What's I guess what's favorite band song we played? Or just favorite band song period, I guess.
Overall.
Y'all want to know last season or overall? It's up to y'all.
I'll say overall from the songs that I played since I've been here, Shame. I loved Shame before y'all played it. So when I got here in 19 and Mr. Graham said we bringing Shame back, it put a smile on my face. So I was like, yes. That's the one song I had to play.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Okay. I'm gonna give you two. I'm gonna go with I just forgot this. Poppy's Home, bruh.
That one was hard.
Bruh, them flams in the beginning, like I just get the power of them joints. Like, yeah.
You was waiting to put some flame on this song.
I was waiting for that moment. And then the other one, I'm gonna say Me, You, and Hennessy. Even though we didn't get to like play it out in public for real, but in the band room, just hearing it and actually like playing it in person, it was a different type of feel. A different type of feel.
I'm gonna have to say Sativa. That one was hard. That's actually the first song I heard the band play when I was like my senior year of high school.
I
I
remember
heard that
that.
song.
I
But my favorite song to play, yeah, that was 18.
18.
But my favorite song to play, hands down, I'm sorry, Symbols, I don't care. Big Payback. Big Payback is my jam.
Tired.
Just in that mud the whole time, jamming.
No shit.
Listen, what's mine? I got two, but can I say two?
Yeah, you got two.
Alright, so one of them is Me, You, and Hennessy, and Big Payback. Okay.
You steal mine then, huh?
Yeah, but the Big Payback, when I learned it freshman year, it got a good funk to it.
Yeah, that
Like after that, boom, 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 shot.
He waiting on it, bro.
Honorable mention, Girls Want Girls.
Oh yeah.
That part.
Yeah. Y'all went crazy on Girls on Girls. I can't.
What was that one song that we played?
Go Baby.
Go Baby. I was just finna say Go Baby.
Bro, that part was different. That's when our parts changed. That's when we changed.
That's when
immediately.
material
After that, our parts elevated. That was different.
Bro, we made a part to Feels Like Summer. I wish we could play it. Oh my god.
Can you write out Feels Like Something? I mean, we ain't gotta play it.
Don't put me on the spot.
We'll see. I'm gonna check it. Well, I know the song. I know you talking Josh got beat on.
You heard it here first. He said he gonna write it. So if he don't,
He said, prove it on camera.
We gonna see. We gonna see. We gonna try to get that out there. We gonna try.
guilty.
Well, I think that's pretty much a wrap for here, guys. Unless y'all got anything particular y'all want to talk about. That's pretty much. Well, that leads us to the last little segment. Gotta do that little "Let Me Hear You Roar" then. All right.
Section
Oh, it's on me.
Oh, we playing our parts, or we just saying?
Nah,
We gotta do the. I gotta do the word. I mean, if y'all want to go to the little jam section with the parts, you know.
Oh, like we do on the March on the Field.
Yeah.
Who you play? You play tenor part? Oh man, here, Jerome. You know, man.
That's y'all.
I probably
We just
play
supposed
it.
to scream it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not too much.
so just-
you know, break the mics, but you know.
So are we actually doing the playing? Or?
Let's do the roar and then we can go into the part.
All right, so you gonna
Yeah,
tap
you
me?
gonna tap me?
Tap us in?
I'm just gonna say, "Let me hear you," and then everybody come in here.
Okay, for sure.
Let me hear you roar.
Damn.
We in there now.
Well, that's it, y'all. Appreciate you guys for coming on, man. That's a wrap,
Jerome,
man.
forget about you, my boy, Jerome Williams. Center drum section leader.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of the podcast. For additional behind the scenes and bonus content, follow us on Instagram at M4Pod. And if you want to keep up with the band on upcoming news and performances, please follow all of the band's social media pages. We out of here.